Hello, good morning, you guys. I've been kind of in and out of sleep here because I have had tons of work to do, stuff that had to do around the house, and I had to, man, I got to get up from here in just a few minutes and go outside and get that sun water and stuff that I got out there, and I got some war water out there too, so I just got like tons of things to do, but it was something that was on my mind that I needed to talk to you guys about. And this is probably going to make some people mad, but you know what? I'm the one to say it. And apparently, I've been the one appointed to say it. The question that I'm going to answer in this live, and before I get to that, I want you guys to review my videos about the pact with my pact with Lilith, and then also my pact with Fornice is going to be coming up as well in a few minutes here. So, the question that I want to answer for you guys is, are the ancestors like, just regular spirits of ancestors, black people, any of the Orishas, are they appointing and empowering any black person to retaliate, to enslave people, to put people in bondage, whether or not they are black, white, gray, or pink, or purple? Are they appointing them to do this and giving them this power to, be destructive and destroy people and to enslave people as retribution or retaliation for slavery? Is the question that I'm going to cover right now. So here's why I wanted to talk about this first of all before I answer the question. I'm gonna keep y'all in suspense about this, okay? It is because there are a few, like I've only seen like two. And I'm laughing in their faces because it's just so funny. I've seen like two so-called spiritualists on here uh talking about slavery and how they feel slighted because they're black, which no, that's not why. It's just that they're corrupt. And so they will talk about that in the same breath as to, I guess, make an excuse. And then they'll start talking about the ancestors and deities like Oya, Oshun, Yemiya. They'll start talking as if these particular gods or deities or spirits have given them some kind of special privilege to attack whoever they want, like a dog, and harass people, lie to people, lie on people, um, create issues uh in people's lives, and then say, oh well, I lied on this person and they had to file bankruptcy 2 or 3 years ago, so that means that my power is real, and that means that what I said was real. But in reality, what's happening is that they are uh essentially frauds, and they have no problem with lying and scamming people, attacking people. It's not that they don't have any spiritual gifts, which their spiritual gifts and magic is about to get cut to the point where not even Jesus will be able to do anything for them, because they have been very deceptive and they have miseducated. They have miseducated people. They have attacked people unprovoked, with no meaning. They have tried to take people into bondage just simply for having a conversation with them on the phone. They not only do it to other content creators or witches, but they do it to people that contact them for readings. Are the ancestors like the souls of the slaves, the ones that are swimming around in the North Atlantic, the ones that are buried in cemeteries, the Orishas, are they giving these people permission to be tyrants? Are they empowering them to do disgusting things to everybody, to terrorize the internet and do the things that they've been doing for the past 10 years almost? The answer is no. The answer is no. In fact, I can see their rituals. I've been seeing their rituals throughout the years. And one of the things that they do is when they go and they visit these beaches and stuff, like over in Florida or in California, what they do is they go to these oceans and they conjure these spirits out of the ocean. They're going to graveyard sites and digging up dirt to conjure these spirits out of their resting places where they have serenity and peace. And they are pulling these spirits out and trying to force them to do harm. They are digging up old wounds of Black people in order to try to, what's the word that I'm looking for? What's that word that I'm looking for? Goodness gracious. They're basically being worse than they're worse than any slave master that could have ever existed. They're exploiting spirits. Yes, they have the power right now. It's very weak, but they have had the power to conjure these spirits from various places to come online and try to do harm to everybody in order to terrorize and attack everybody. So that power within them, in my humble opinion, has gotten more weak, which is why they have become more desperate throughout the years. But yes, they do have the knowledge, but their powers are dying. This is something that the slaves are themselves cursing these people for doing. They are bothering these people in their final resting places. And that is not why you should be going to the cemetery, so that you can come online and be obsessive and neurotic over certain people. Not to mention the fact that they are using the craft and their knowledge to try to do harm to people and to essentially rape them in their sleep. I had a conversation with one of them. I'm not going to say her name, but I had a conversation with one of them where she was bragging about astral traveling to another YouTuber and raping her with her penis. I guess it was an astral penis. What they are doing is psyching you out. Yes, they do have the power to conjure these spirits, but it always backfires on them. That's why they stay in a consistent cycle of stupidity. They conjure them, those spirits get banished either by your ancestors or either your magics. They go right back to those people that conjured them. And then they do the same thing. Their powers are very weak because most of them eventually have to come out in social media and say something to somebody. They have to somehow attack and address the person that they are targeting. When in reality, if you have real power, you don't have to do that. Now, why am I talking about this? Because I have been a target. They're making all kinds of excuses. They're saying all sorts of weird things, especially if you're someone that relocated to the South. Almost like they're trying to accuse you of coming to the South and stealing their magic. Which, is there not a such thing as Midwestern magic? Is there not a such thing as magic from the North? So all of it. So it's a lot of things that they are doing that they will and are currently in trouble for. And so they convince people in the public by being very sinister. Yes, they have and they will conjure these spirits to come and attack your children. So they've got quite a few people in bondage because what ends up happening is that when people, uh, you know, uh, what they will do, and people have talked about this, is they themselves, if you contact them for a reading, they'll find out your information. They'll conjure spirits to attack you just so that you'll come back to get spell work. Now, is that something that an authentic, honest, ethical witch would do? No, but they will do it. Things like that to make you feel as though you have to. It's not like you contact them already with a spiritual problem. You contact them because you want a reading. The next thing you know, something's happening at your kid's school. You're having problems. You're sensing something in your home. And what they're not realizing, while they assume that everybody else is stupid as they are, they're assuming that you were ignorant. I don't like these people. I've been very vocal about that. You know why? Because divine services has turned into sort of a rest haven for their issues. Now, I don't make money off of these people. So the people that go to them, they don't in retrospect come to me. What's a part of their lingo or consultation with you is to stigmatize me. In fact, I don't know what the controversy is around Anariva oils. I've been trying to get my hands on some of it. Anariva oils are very powerful. I wish that I could get my hands on it. Let me know where I can get some, probably eBay. Because one of them years ago said, oh, you're not supposed to get nothing from Anna Riva oils. And I'm thinking, well, I've used Anna Riva oils and those oils work very good. This, it's all about hate. The fact that they bought the ancestors in it, the fact that they attacked black people, black witches, black spiritualists on this website, trying to pit the ancestors against their own people, is what screwed them. What did they do? They decided that when your ancestors kicked the asses of all of them, they said, now what we're going to do is we're going to trap the ancestors. If we know their name, hey, they'll even go as far as to travel to your ancestors, your granny, your mama's grave, to steal dirt and flowers off of their graves. They will go and travel. This is how willfully ignorant and stupid these people are. When they start getting backlash, when the ancestors, God, the devil, Satan, Lucifer, Hecate, Jesus Christ himself starts to attack these people because they're dead wrong, they think, I'm just going to project this to someone else. I need a scapegoat. Okay. You notice how I never come on here and say, "Oh my God, I feel like I'm being discriminated against because I'm black." Oh my God, it's them, it's they, it's the white people, it's the gray people, it's the oh this and that. Oh, I'm being attacked because I'm black. You never hear me speaking that way. Why? Well, yeah, of course, there may be some diversity that black people have to deal with once they take the path, but you know what you need to do, just like a white person would know what to do if they take the path and they feel discriminated against, or if they feel like they're getting some kind of karma or negative backlash. Okay. So they're doing a lot and they're trapped. They are trapped themselves, but they have created so much division and problems for people. And these people are afraid to speak out publicly against these people because they know that they're going to start getting stalked by these people. I have called these people out and named them and was told that if I spoke out that I would get sick. Now I'm a healer. So can't nobody make me sick, nor my children, nor anybody in my bloodline sick. So I've been threatened. Okay. Why? So that they can act like gangsters and pretend as though they own YouTube.com and like they own black people. So you have black spiritualists on here who want to take other black people into bondage and slavery. It's the most disgusting thing that I've ever seen. So, I don't even have to tell you that all of their curses and the legal issues that they've created for people, they've created legal issues for me too. I know how to handle that shit. So they've created a lot. They've done a lot. And they try to use their creations as proof, but I keep knocking it down. Like the pictures that they painted, I keep destroying them and obliterating them, because what they do is they sneak around and they watching, and they want to pull people in, and some of them is trying to use old relationships against you, against others, but it's the most sickest thing ever. And see, I don't have any association with them whatsoever because they're very corrupt. And think about it. They're going to leave a bunch of children behind because they got to find somewhere, and some of them just do it to everybody. Some of them just screw over every single person that crosses their path. Okay. What you have to understand is that they have and will always consistently lose these battles. They may have won over somebody else. They'll bring up examples to try to scare somebody. Oh, so and so did this to me and such happened. Well, that person wasn't a witch. So instead of them actually truly being able to connect with their clients and whoever is supposed to come to them, they are using other people because a lot of these people have had a history in social media of scamming their clients. And the clients that they have scammed were not given a choice because those clients had to be used as like almost a blood bag, a pin cushion for their deception. So this is where you get the result of a ripoff report. The clients, knew what they had done to them and spoke out about it. They're hanging around cemeteries and gathering up spirits and constantly sending them out, unfamiliar spirits that they don't even know, to send them out to attack. They're constantly doing death and destruction magic on their so called competitors on YouTube and in social media. They're stalking, harassing other spiritualists on youtube.com as well as other social media. Okay. They're using flying monkeys to attack. They're tormenting and harassing and contacting people's family members, even the family members that are now deceased. It's not about witchcraft and whether or not it's right or wrong. It's just that these people are corrupt. Why am I bringing this up? Because I want to talk to you guys about Fornius and then Andromalius. I'm going to make a video about Andromalius a little bit later. Um, Andromalius and Fornius, as well as Lilith, is protecting us from these people. Because you never know, luck of the draw, if you are chosen to be taken down and taken out by these people. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I can't feel their attacks, but I can see them. I can see them trying to send it. It's almost like a bottle rocket that's a dud at this point because they just, and for me, what I've been talking to Spirit about primarily is making sure that these people are not able to get somebody killed because they are that ruthless and they are that disgusting. My life has been threatened. My children's lives have been threatened. It is the most awful, disgusting thing. And it is being facilitated by older Black women who probably need to retire and maybe go to a nursing home or something, because they're getting soft in the head. I had one of them and I knew she was talking about me. She said, "You need to go back to your family. You need to go back to Missouri because what's going to happen is that your family going to have to fly you down there in a body bag." Disgusting, trifling, horrible, disgusting loser she is. None of them have the authority to tell any Black person or white person where the hell they can live. They have nothing to do with people's spiritual journey. Your ancestors don't know these people. You don't know these people. Who are these people? They're literal nobodies. But yet they're constantly, and see, this is why they are afraid of you being educated and enlightened, because of the fall equinox that's coming up. Okay. They're scared of that. They're scared of the witches' holiday, and they are also scared of Samhain, which is the witches' new year. They're scared of that stuff. They thought it was funny. These are people that you wouldn't dare leave your child with because they would be cruel to them. They thought it was funny to terrorize a woman and children. They thought it was funny. You heard me? They thought it was funny. They think it's funny to terrorize and try to mentally abuse and torture newbie witches. The ancestors don't like them. The ancestors is not backing up what they're doing. It's created quite a bit of hatred for Black people, period. They kind of exacerbate that condition because I feel that a lot of them are possessed by the demon of stupidity because the things that they do is very stupid. They are hoping and praying that you will be fearful of them. But y'all know how I am. I fear no man. I fear no one. Why should I? What is wrong with these people to where a, a person comes to social media and all of a sudden they own them? What's wrong with these people? What begins to happen to you when you see that behavior and you're okay with it? Do you feel that you may be under some kind of possession? Because the moment that they wake up, something tragic has to happen to them. So this is the reason why so many people are scrambling around for protection, and for warding, because they're not just attacking Black people, they're attacking everybody. They are angry because they have a jealousy, not because anybody has done anything to them, but they have a jealousy. They are mad and angry. They blame it on God. We know that I'm in the South where colorism is, and like that, it's so ridiculous because that whole colorism thing is so stupid. It's like it's just the most ridiculous thing ever. And I think that it is about feeling as though they are in control of people that they probably should have moved on from years ago. Yeah, they are at the end of their rope. And the ones that attack me, my spirits watch them every single day, and they're constantly, they what they do is because now I didn't have demons of poverty on me when I started my company. That's the poverty has never been my problem. you know it, but there were certain spirits that I felt that would not serve my purpose, that would be harmful to people. And what I did was I banished those spirits because they were harming me. What they do is they take their negative, messed up spirits and they try to use them because they don't understand witchcraft. These spirits serve them not. So what they do is they're constantly saying, take this person, go to this person. And they are spending hours and hours per day meditating on the same thing that gets them the same exact results. Yes, they have tried to energy harvest. They've tried to mimic other people's gifts. If you come on here and say that you have the power of pyro or telekinesis, they're going to say the same thing. It's totally ridiculous because what they are doing is they are, first of all, they're obsessed. They have an obsession and they need to get mental help. But they have everybody around them so afraid to say anything to them that nobody ever actually gets them the proper help that they need. Because you can be a spiritualist or a witch that falls completely out. You can be a spiritualist or a witch that literally is losing your mind. And that's what I suspect. Anytime somebody, like for me, yeah, there are times when I'll light my candles and I'll put my intent in them and it's done and that's it. But these people are sitting there in front of candles 4, 5, 6, sometimes 8 to 10 hours per day trying to curse people, in particular me, because their latest project is getting me put up out of my house. That's been something that they've tried to do over and over again. I don't know why. I don't know why anybody, I mean, you'd have to be a really low-lifed person to even want to see something like that happen. But this is, they're obsessed with that, and it could be because look at my house. I mean, it's an older house, it's a character home. There are certain improvements that I have to do because I've been in spiritual battle with them for a long time now. And that's why I went ahead and broke down, did pacts with demons so that we could clear all this up and get rid of, because we ain't got time for it no more. But my land is very, very valuable, the land that I live on, and so they want harm to be done. They will do certain things like find out your information. They're trying to find out as much information as possible. And they're doing spells that almost work, but they don't actually work. And so, and I can, and see, this is the thing about it, is that they try to pretend as though this is new. No, these are the same people that have been harassing High Priestess Jamila for since 2013. Same exact people. It ain't nothing changed but the date. They still been doing the same thing. They haven't been doing anything different. If they were to make a pact with a demon in hell, Lilith is, and Forneus is going to protect me from that demon. That's why I've been encouraging you guys that are in that position where you have spiritual bullies and stalkers, for you to make your pacts, because that way you'll be protected from those demons of the Goesha. So I do believe that they do work with demons sometimes, or they, my whole point that I want to say to y'all is that I'm just going to say it straight up and down. We flambéed them in 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. And that's just all it is to it. So if any of them that have attacked me is trying to convince you that they got Jamila in that, I can promise you that they don't. I wanted to say that personally and straight up and down. There's two of them now. Two main ones, both of them black women. They don't have a prayer. And then what they do, really, what's funny about it is, because my spirits come back with reports. They can't ever get rid of my spirits because they're calling on my spirits. They're calling on my powers and my spirits, like literally trying to feed off of me, and then wonder why I know everything. So what they do is they practice all this dirty, dirty magic, and then they'll try to go to church on Sunday and praise Jesus Christ. But Jesus Christ is cursing them too. So it doesn't matter. There's nowhere to hide. The only thing that is left for them to do is to cease and desist. They know what's coming. They don't want to face the fact that it's coming. And, they've tried to even send out the message that if the spiritual battle is won, that they're going to murk somebody. Like, if you get over on me, I'm going to have something done to you. Oh, shut up. Like I said, they ain't going to do nothing but fart and fall down. Okay. So I wanted to make that public service announcement of them. I can see their readings. What they're telling people is a total lie. No, there is no ancestor. None of your black ancestors, your African ancestors that died during the North Atlantic slave trade, or that was a slave, is going to be permitted to attack anybody unless they are doing something to attack you. Now, pardon me, but if you start something in the craft, if you conjure something and create something, you are responsible for it. So they got to take their karma like grown women, because they shouldn't have done that. I think that it's 50% sexual. And I think the other 50% is them having penis envy. They want to be men. The hell, they even look and act like men. Some of them probably are actually men. you know, and it's something as simple as wearing extensions. Some of them have dreaded extensions. Why can't you tell people that? We all know that after all the dirt you done did, that that your hair fall down, half of it done fell off. You probably got a Rastafarian wig on right now. you know? And see, the thing of it is that, it used to be this weirdness, because y'all, I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. We talk just as country as down south. In fact, my accent is not southern. I have a Missourian accent. I've been accused of coming down to the south and trying to appropriate their identity. Excuse me. Hey, listen. My magic is perfect. My spirits are perfect. I don't have to emulate somebody that's a complete idiot. And they want people and everybody to bow down and worship them like they are a god or something. And it's totally ridiculous. What they need to do is leave people alone, mind their own business. They need to leave people alone. Stop. Go mind your business, because while they're tending to other people's children and grandchildren, they need to be looking to their own children. Then when they start doing their spell work or their conjure work, spirit is always looking at them like, what are you doing? This is unnecessary. What are you doing? I've had death magic thrown at my children by these people. Now, everybody know damn well my children are wrapped with so much damn protection. It is utterly ridiculous how much protection is around my children. They might as well be in my womb still. That's how protected they are. So, it's totally ridiculous. My respect level was gone years ago. And then they're stuck in a time capsule. The attacks that these people placed against me happened almost 10 years ago. Now I was 37 then. Now I'm 46. I'll be 50 in 4 years. I already have my crone aspect to me already. What are you doing? So it's absolutely ridiculous. And like I said, the chickens are getting ready to come home to roost. And spirit gave them up until the new moon to clean it up. They was still up to no good post new moon. They're not badass. And just because they're older doesn't mean that they're more powerful. If you silly and you don't have the proper guidance, or either your parents are kind of off or whatever, because that happens. They're looking for wayward children, and they will even try to ruin your relationship with your family members too. They'll try to convince your family that you trying to do something to them, when really in reality, you're practicing your craft and you're not doing any harm to anybody. Now, people need to learn how to watch their mouth. Loose lips sink ships. When your family members find out that you're practicing, they need to watch the words that come out of their mouth. Yeah, I mean, I hope that you're protecting and warding off spoken curses against you. I hope that that's what you're doing. You should be. So a family member can turn into an enemy if they just loosely saying stuff and your spirits are listening, and they get some backlash because of that. You need to watch what you say about people, not just what you say about yourself, but about other people. That's called growing up and being mature, or just being smart. So, the old habits that your family members had, which was constantly speaking curses on you and everything that you did, they become the adversary because they keep running their mouth and gossiping about you and saying all this stuff, and, putting all these negative frequencies out there for you. Okay. That's all they got to do is, I mean, hell, if you didn't have nothing nice to say, just don't say nothing at all. What's wrong with you? Is that your fault? Okay. So, I wanted to answer the question because I've been hearing the lies in the ether. Oh, well, the ancestors, they gonna come and they gonna give me a permit because we getting retribution for slavery. The ancestors don't like them. They don't like them. You understand me? Because they are being used and exploited. If that's not the worst exploitation that you could ever think of possibly possible, would be a black person coming on here saying, I'm going to exact war against as many black people as possible, and I'm going to hide behind slavery, try to enslave black people, and say that it's because of retribution for slavery. How the hell is attacking anybody going to give you retribution for slavery? So that would apply even if they were to attack a white witch. If they were to attack a white witch for something that their ancestors did that they're not currently doing, they can't get away with that. They can't get away. You can't, as a black woman, I just can't come out here and say, oh, them white people. Oh, I get to just attack you unprovoked. You ain't did nothing to me, and I can just attack you because your forefathers held my people in slavery. That is not how it works. God damn it. That is not how it works. Okay. So I'm not, I know that because a lot of people probably was like, she gonna let that a sell out agent for. Listen, I have white clients, I have Guatemalan clients, I have Armenian clients, I have many different races of clients. I don't limit myself just to one race, and everybody knows that. But I treat everybody the same. So it just is what it is. Okay. The answer is no. Now, if you are any person of any color that is just like you just targeting somebody, then yeah, maybe a person's ancestors can, stop you from doing what you're doing. What the ancestors primarily do when you're doing any kind of spirit work, what they can do is they can come and shut down your work. They'll shut it down. Somebody's ancestors, whether or not the work, especially if it's a baneful intent, ancestors will literally go in and shut their work down, especially if you have witchy ancestors. My great grandmother Fanny was a witch, and she's very close to me in my bloodline. She is very, very, very protective, even more protective of me than my grandmother Lena. Okay. So, well, I mean, they're running head to head in that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the choice is obvious, and so just because people will be like, well, they down there in New Orleans, and they've taken trips to New Orleans. Oh, I want you to do work on this person, and I have a lot of respect for New Orleans. I would love to go visit there. I would have traveled by now. I would have traveled to New Orleans. I would love to go visit New Orleans. Okay, but just because they've stopped me from traveling don't mean that they're powerful. Okay, that's not the bee's knees of everything. I'm good. Okay, but it's one of those things to where it's first of all, like I said, it's partially a sexual obsession. It gives them some kind of ghibli in they draws, ghibli in they goose to mess with people because they apparently that and I personally feel that knowing, like, I feel like their followers are trolls anyway, because it's kind of like everybody pretty much knows unless it's new people. They don't like for me to talk about it. They try to use other people. They want to attack other people. That it just is so stupid, you know. And the lesson learned is that you just should have left people alone. You can't even come on here and talk about astral travel or any of that, which all of us witches do it, without them saying. So now they're gatekeeping at this is how stupid and dumb they are. They're gatekeeping things like astral travel, huh? You're gatekeeping astral travel, something that what like probably 95% of all experienced witches do. They're gatekeeping candles. They're gatekeeping deities. It's at a, and I just be looking like, what in the hell is this? It's like a big stupid nightmare. Now, what I will say is what Spirit wanted me to warn them about is that they gonna shut you down completely. They gonna shut down your powers to where you can't do nothing. They gonna shut you down. Okay, they gonna shut them people down. And so a lot of them have tried to kind of quasi say, if you fight us back or say something or speak the truth, I'm going to kill you. It's like, no, you're not. They wish that somebody would actually be afraid of that. And I think it's sad. I think it's sad. And I think it reflects horribly on Black spiritualists. And I don't want to be judged by them, by the way they act. Yuck, gross, disgusting. When I say I'm teaching classes, they teaching classes like right afterwards. What they gonna do? Teach you how to lose? They gonna teach you how to do stupid stuff. They gonna teach you how to build your negative karma. What are they gonna teach you exactly? To embarrass yourself and be a big liar and do smear campaigns against people? What are they gonna teach you exactly? Like that's what I be trying to. Are they gonna teach you authentic witchcraft, which that they're not doing? It's more so I don't even know how to describe it. One of them tried to describe it as hoodoo, and I think that actual real authentic hoodoo practitioners are looking at them like, that ain't it. But people have the right to practice the way that they want, right? Not you are attacking a high priestess and her family for almost a decade. No, that ain't where it's at, boo. They almost like the Americans versus the foreigners. That's the person came on here and took our jobs. And it's like, it wasn't your job to begin with. So this is exactly what's happening on youtube.com and off of youtube.com. Even when they're not on here, I can see everything that they're doing. It's like, why do they think that why do they think that they are being concealed? They're not. They're wide open. And your ancestors can see in the dark. So it's not like they and I think that the way that they feel it is that they're freaking out. They feel like they've done so much dirt that it's too late for them to redeem themselves. So they figure they might as well ride it out. They riding out all of their deception and their lies like a category 5 hurricane, and they standing right in the middle of the eye of it, and they gonna ride it out, huh? Now, if you standing outside in the middle of a category 5 storm, I would say 9.9, it's a 99.9% chance that you're gonna get blown away and knocked over somewhere and you're gonna drown. Then they said that people were weak because our spirits haven't killed them. Like what? Like, so you, wait a minute. So you have to actually die for you to act like you got some good sense? It's ridiculous. Yeah, well, you know what? One EQ. You're right about that. They are trying to throw death magic at people. Over and over and over and over again every single day. They're trying to throw death magic. Did it ever occur to you to put those spirits back where they belong and walk away? No, they're obsessed and in denial. So, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I said, if you have that kind of situation going on, you got to not be afraid, because they tried to convince people that they are the actual queen of hell. They are they that no, they're not alive. They're actually a dead ghost. So you're not actually alive. You're dead. We're talking to your corpse. No, you're not alive and animated and press and go and play and start and stop and go. You're not actually here in the physical. No, you are the actual dark black mother at the crossroads. You a damn lie. You are here. You are alive, and you certainly don't have no damn dominion over hell. And so they doing the most, man, and it's just so stupid. So I wanted to come and say that. My spirits wanted me to say that because I've been in ritual. I had to do it because basically what they just been doing is lying to the public. They haven't stolen thousands of dollars from me, hundreds of $1,000s from me. They certainly have blocked it, because they don't, what they do is they come out and they lie to the public. They don't actually have the power to stop anything. Or their little energy harvesting, I'm going to steal from you and I'm going to take from you. They get a mere pittance. So basically what it does is it goes into like a spiritual trust fund if you don't know how to access it. So it's been a lot of crazy shit going on here, and them thinking that they're going to set the rules and they going to tell Mama Lilith what to do. And they going to tell Yimmy Yah what to do. Or they going to like, nah, you ain't got that kind of clout. You ain't got that kind of pull. You don't. You do, however, had the power to flag people's channels falsely. You did have the power to speak about people and try to do horrible smear campaigns against people. Yeah, yeah, they've done it to me, and then they'll say, "Well, you ain't got no protection because I did that." Well, no, actually, I do, because even though you've been doing the same smear campaign for almost a decade, you still haven't stopped people's business. They literally tried to close my business. Oh, they got a lot of negative karma coming. They getting it right now. I can feel it. What they do is they go and they talk shit, but bullshit runs the marathon. Witchcraft talks and bullshit runs the marathon. Okay. So, I wanted to come on here and say that. And so it's died down a lot. It's kind of, I see people kind of wavering, right? I see people kind of wavering. Okay. And but it's two left, and they said, damn it, I'm gonna put Jamila in chains if it's the last thing I do on this earth. It's totally ridiculous. I gotta go outside, y'all, real quick. I made some sun water, and so I gotta go grab some stuff outside. So I gotta go. Okay, guys, I just wanted to come and say that. And like, when I come on here and shed light on it, it's very embarrassing for them. Hell, I'd be embarrassed too. And for some reason, they base their whole lives and the way they feel on a daily basis is whether or not if I bow down and do what they say. What are you, my controlling husband or something? Like, I wouldn't even have a man around if he was controlling. It's ridiculous, y'all. It's totally ridiculous. Let me see where that cat is at. Look, there she is. Look at your little fat self. I gotta go out here and get this sun water, and I'm a get a couple of hours of shut eye. Okay, what's been nice is that they ain't been able to travel to me at all. They will come in and literally try to roam through your house, bringing all they demons of poverty and stupidity with them. It's totally ridiculous. That's the stupidest, dumbest thing ever. That's just like a person sitting up there saying, "I just want to create, I just want to create problems for myself." And so, well, you should have just left people alone. God dang. Why didn't you just leave people the hell alone? I don't understand it. Y'all, I'm still trying to figure this out. All right, I'm gonna tend to all this later. All right, y'all. That's pretty much what I wanted to say. Okay, I got a meeting set up a little bit later. Okay. But what they did is they lied. Oh, look at what we did. Oh, look. Oh, look. This person had to do this and this person had to do that. And they're creating problems and they're writing checks that they can't damn cash. That's how I would describe them. I believe that this and I was the first and last newcomer on this website that they're going to attack. I was the first and the last. And I just really wish that they would go. Well, they ain't got to leave YouTube. Just stop attacking people. And then they'll say, oh, well, it's my freedom of speech. It's your freedom of speech to lie on people? Huh? To make up total lies on people? That's your freedom of speech? Gang stalking from bots and what's NPCS? I ain't never heard of that. One EQ. I truly believe that, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I do think that they do have some resonance of a real following, but I also think that if you notice, rarely is it the same people. Like you're not seeing people long term. You're not. They don't have like a long term. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always new people, non-playable characters. I ain't never heard of that. I ain't never heard of that before. Non-playable character. What the hell does that even mean? Like the background people in a video game. Oh, okay, okay. Hmm. I experienced full frontal gang stalking, where everybody could actually see what was happening, and it was a whole gang of them, and so I truly believe that the phenomenon does exist. But what I can tell you is that mainly you want to keep calm. You want to keep calm and not, not let those people upset you. Okay? That's what you want to do. Mm-hmm. So, Mm-hmm. Hey, Kinsley's mommy, how are you? Okay, guys, that's what I wanted to say. I gotta go. It's almost 10 o'clock. Shit. I gotta go. I'll see y'all later, okay? Blessings, guys. Bye.